God and I are one. God and I are one, and I agree there will be no intermediaries. That's a false belief. I want you to get a very powerful picture now, please, of where you are within this thymus room, for we will continue after your break. But look at it very closely. Breathe in and identify this as the group, as the wholeness, as all that is. And remember, we've taken up the 2 lower chakras. And breathe and placate and nourish and love, for there is nothing but love. Nothing but love, gentle ones. Breathe that throughout your structure, your many, many faceted structure. You are not who you think you are. You are much, much more. And that's the tyranny of this level of evolution, is the lack of knowing. This is changing now. This is the thymus room, gentle ones, and this is where you will be living. The outer world is there, and will be there for some time. But it is not real. That's not something your God source perceives. It's something that you perceive and that you have made. And it's become rather chaotic and distorted. And we can fashion a new world. You're doing it to a degree and to a level that I know you don't understand. But you will, because the changes are so imminent. Feel the love generated, please. For those that can see the tens and tens of thousands of hosts that are with us, aspects of self that are with us. We are not in isolation. Stay where we left you, gentle ones. For he has a clock. Well, thank you very much. That was quite wonderful. Can we remember where we were? You're wonderfully light. Those that have X-ray vision, I know they can see this. And again, we create a great vortex, a great vortex it would be, singularly. He has an awful time between helix, helices, vortex, and vortices. And but not to be limited. I'm going to move the jug. A lot of you are having emotional reactions to what's going on, but the clearing is staggering. And I want you, if you will, to view the little I, the personality, and to really see its true connection with all that is, and see that there is no separation between you and your Godhead. We may have certain people come in at certain times with certain energy, but they are not to be venerated. You are the one that's to be venerated. For your magnificence is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And not one among you truly sees it. That's what's so pathetic about the third dimension. And when you get to know who you are and what you are and where you fit into this great mosaic, and it truly is, this is what's happening now. No one is greater than anyone else, and it could not be any differently. We know that's not. Oh, I tell you. He's going to have to take a crash course again, okay, but he's been talking about art for so long he's forgotten how to play the bugle. He works very much with the fourth ray. I think he cut off the ears of Van Gogh. That's my firm belief. Much is coming up for all of you as it was intended. You cannot clear, and we'll release it. So take that position and honor it. For within your own heart, within your own miniature cosmic heart, you bring in the ultimate cosmic heart. And as these connections are made with what we refer to as chakra, remember, chakras do not go into the monadic or spiritual realms, of which there are 340. They're not the same. There is no manifestation equal to the atom in those levels. It simply is. All of you have known it. All of you have experienced on your outward journey. Do you see that? On your outward journey, you experience it, but it seems so distant in sequential time. 3.2 billion years is not very long. A way to get a barometer of now might be how long is 1,000 years in sequential time from a source perspective. One cosmic day equals 4.3 or 4.4 billion sequential years. 1,000 years at this density is 1/3 of a second. Let that resonate, then you begin to realize when I speak of the now, what I mean by the now. Everything is in the now. To rehash what was, particularly in the 4th, 5th, 6th density, has no relevancy. Bring yourself into that wonderful heart that you're building, the thymus room, and really anchor it. Anchor the look to your source star so that you have that opening. Look to the source star 6 to 8 feet. 3 meters for some of you, 2 meters with others. It varies. You'll see a comfortable star, and if you can't, create one. To bring that down to the apex of this marvelous pyramid that we are dealing with this morning and see it ignite. It's huge. If all that is this source for this one day, everything that is, then it's very good to be specific, is it not? And let's talk about the heart, for the heart is the center of all creation. The heart, gentle ones. And what we're doing is not to create limitations that have been brought in so that we have the language to discuss certain events with you, vis-a-vis initiations, vis-a-vis chakras. Let us align with the source of this cosmic day, for we know not beyond it. We do not understand the undifferentiated source. But we know that the 12 rays that are this creation are formed from the undifferentiated source. And that's the great light. We call it the heart. And the capstone on this pyramid that we're building so beautifully, we bring in the heart of hearts, the heart of source. And what are its strengths? Love, 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 and love. Boring. None of us have touched into unconditional love. You're beginning to. It's not appropriate at this density of imprisonment to bring in unconditional love. So we change this density. We make it lighter, lighter, and lighter. You're building a wonderful source star within this pyramidal grid that you have created and are creating. Bring it down to the chamber where we as a group reside. And it's very resplendent, for the heart that we are building within our thymus room is the same heart for this cosmic day, the creators for this cosmic day. And that is our lineage. We don't need to go through initiations. If initiations, they're concepts, they're points of light, aren't they? They're points of light being integrated. How much easier to go to the source itself. Bring it in. We have created so many limitations, not just us, but those we admire the most in various commands, space commands, teachers who have come in. And there's no fault here. They didn't know beyond the universal level. The ring passeth not is a fact. You cannot go beyond your experience or your vibration. Again, the principle of resonance. The principle of resonance. But what can you do in this finite body? The strength of being in this body is wondrous once you understand it. Terrible if you don't. Wondrous to what extent? Because you can create a channel in sequential or linear time that you cannot do readily in other dimensions. We're talking about the 6 physical dimensions. So from here a group can be very, very powerful, can be very, very powerful, because they can create the channel from planet Earth to source. And outside, living in the relative now, you cannot do that, for everything you're looking at is in the now. I want you to grasp this concept because it's very important for you. What is the value of earth living? Nobody tells you. The value of earth living and why you've come in again and again and again is to connect with your birthing, your God source. That's realign with that sense of alienation. Breathe, gentle ones, breathe that source star that you bring it, and bring it into the cosmic heart, for it is the heart of hearts. It is the heart that you manifest now on earth, so that there are no gaps between your source and your source, meaning yourself. You don't need any more chaos. You do not need any more self-made boundaries of what you can do and what you cannot do. The greatest blessing, and all of you came in for this, those that are here saying, I don't know what I'm doing here, is a false belief. You came in knowing full well the advantages. The sole great advantage was to help. Secondly, was to connect with your God source without all the limitations placed by your facilitators or teachers. They would have you believe that they are ahead. They would have you believe that one being is greater than another. They would have you believe if you give them your power, they will achieve for you what only you can do for yourself. These are false beliefs, gentle ones. I want you to see yourself in the magnificence that you don't now see, or you're beginning to, but in truth, the realities are too great to conceptualize. This cosmic heart, the whole basis, is predicated on that one great reality, that there are no longer any divisions stopping you, and the ring patheth not. The principle of the ring patheth not, gentle ones, is not valid. Dwell spoke of it. Germain spoke of it. The Bible spoke of it. These beings did not know these levels of consciousness, and they are not to be faulted. The beings that visit you in other craft, often multidimensional, are only beginning to grasp. And who are they grasping this from? The few on earth who can bring this forth. A mass concept? Of course it is. More concentration is placed on this little planet now to save this universe and thus this cosmic day than any other place in existence, meaning the 43 physical universes. For it's a bottleneck, you've heard the term. And people are recycling and recycling and recycling and recycling, coming back, family, friend, I'm going to meet Agnes in this life if it's the last thing I do. So you keep coming back for all the wrong reasons. You're highly enough evolved, particularly this group, to know that there are other reasons. You just haven't consciously recognized what they are. And it's in this consciousness, I ask you that you grasp the great significance of being in a finite discipline, within a body corporal, within an atomic structure. For from here, you can connect. We're showing you it's coming in. Open yourself to this and realize there is not a particle of difference between you and your God source. It's just peeling off the onion skins, the veils of Solomon, however you look at it. This colossal illusion that man has created and darkness wishes to have it remain. Darkness cannot remain. The earth will not allow it. Humankind will allow it, for they know not what to do to change it. The energies that are coming in now, gentle ones, breathe out now. Light is coming in. Know that there's no separation between the two cosmic hearts, the thymus room and the heart of hearts. Oh, oh, just breathe out all the anguish and despair, all the frustration that's coming up, for this is a very, very powerful group. And in all your bodies, in your 5-body system, everything is starting to surface. And it must be made ready for the light. It must be prepared for a huge infusion of light. And we spoke of earlier 50,000 thoughts a day, as some suggest. How wonderful to run those thought patterns through the thymus, and it becomes a natural reflex. It's something that we can do immediately, run it through the heart, and we become that heart. And every action we take and make, as difficult as it is in 5 o'clock traffic, we can center there. And it doesn't make you look foggy, it doesn't make you look distanced, but it makes you feel very much more centered and comfortable. Call on everyone now and know that no one is greater than another. You have all mastered. That is not the issue. That's the nonsense we've been told. That was valid at the time. Our teachers, our facilitators, we have had very few teachers. Our facilitators are very aware of this. It was so misconstrued. The decent teachings that have come here, they were for the people at that time. And the power brokers, we all know who they are, between Theodora and Constantine in the Western world, have corrupted this. None of you are less than the ones you have venerated as saints. You've got to get that through. You love the magic. And I ask you in the center of your heart now to realize that the magic that you have been shown by the few is not the reality of spiritualization. The reality in truth is to do what you did this morning and actually secure the earth, not to do tricks. I've done tricks, we have done tricks, and we are all one. It's a much greater undertaking to secure a globe this size, the universe we live in, so that this planet can go on without bottlenecking all of creation. This is the bad apple in that huge box. You look at all systems, there would be those who would control this planet before they burnt their own out. That's not the issue with this group. The issue is to bring everything into light very powerfully. Invite everyone in now, please. All your alternate realities, those realities that you didn't live out, that you dreamt of, they take on form. All those realities, if only I had done it this way. All the alternate realities that come in and piggyback to experience consciousness on this level. It has become so important, this planet. And there are many, 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 you say it's unfair, it's very fair, for you are strength. And there are many that want to see through your eyes what the densest of all creation looks like. You have been the pioneers, you are of the goodly company, and you benefit exponentially. That's the part you haven't seen. The heart becomes more and more radiant as we bring in the heart of hearts, and that heart of hearts becomes our own thymus room. Can you see that? Enlarge it, please. Enlarge it, please, gentle ones. Out, out, out. Call on the angelic host. You must call on all principal beings. Call on the alternate realities that are you. And realize that all of us are connected with one monadic vehicle. There are trillions and trillions and trillions to the hundredth of power. There's an unlimited number, all connected to one monadic vehicle. And there are 12 monadic vehicles embodied in 12 rays. And those 12 rays constitute all of creation, as far as we know. Certainly for the universals, certainly for everything that is not manifested, that which isn't manifested, we do not understand. For creation goes well beyond the undifferentiated source, but we have we just know that the journey is eternal. So I want you to see yourself in the greatness that you are, as the crowning glory, as that diamond, that massive diamond that is your source, unites with your heart of hearts within this cosmic room. Very penetrating, gentle ones. You're still back in this chair. Remember, you've got earth also within this thymus room. And you bring in the source of sources that we did yesterday. Each one is a monadic vehicle, and each one of us is part of a monadic vehicle. And ultimately, we are all one. It's the oneness that confuses your individuality. It's the oneness that feels you do not want to do this or that because it takes away from your free will. It does not. Each one of you look very closely at the diamond that you are and see that there is no separation. Embed that profoundly within your psyche, within your own beingness now, please. This has been the greatest trap on this little planet, is not to see the totality of who and what you are. Breathe it through, gentle ones, so that huge diamond becomes and permeates the whole cosmic room. And you cannot see anything but the oneness and the splendor of your own creation. Your own creation, gentle ones, please. You know what's a group? We are working as a group. But there's a profound oneness. And it's in these numbers that we make the changes that are so irrevocable for this little planet. Breathe it in, become, breathe in, become light, light, breathe in light, light, trigger the light, 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 light. Light is the knowledge, light is the wisdom. It's well beyond the photon belt that your scientists would have you believe. Light, gentle ones, we are light. This whole room becomes light. We have great help now, the 3 M's, Melchizedek, Metatron, and above all now for overshadowing the Mahatma, the 10th ray. See yourself as the creator. This is what I'm begging of you. You cannot give this power to anyone, for it will not be done that way. See yourself in the center as the creator, with the power, with the light, with the divine wisdom that is now coming in, so that you do not have to call on someone else. Gentle hearts, bring in the solar plexus, please. We brought in the first and second chakra. They are huge discs that go through the emotional, mental, etheric body into the spiritual body. Expand this room, please. Breathe it out. Make it larger. Please make it much, much larger. Larger, larger, larger. Light, light, light. The angelic host. Hear the sounds of eternal sounds of love and light, joy. Out, out. It's a huge blanket, a huge tapestry. Please breathe it out. It brings in everything for us. We're in a finite discipline and we need not be. Good, good. Okay. Again, see yourself very comfortably ensconced in the radiator of this golden chair. The vibration hastens now. The chair very, very hastens the vibration of our total beingness. We feel the cells moving at a more accelerated rate. A much higher rate, gentle ones. There's a charge to this chair. Visualize the vibration of the cells as being much more rapid than you see them now. And again I say unto all of us, as one, that we are the creators of our own reality. Very good. Very good. Pick up your vibration. Trigger the light. Light, light. Light in a physical form is the electron, gentle ones. It's the electron, the subparticle in the atom. It's the electron that creates that first phase of ascension that at one time or another you have all done. Oh, yes. Light, 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 light. Trigger light, 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 light. And have the first three chakras feel very, very placated and comfortable within this thymus. These shifts have to take place. Look at them 1, 2, and 3 and tone them within this cosmic heart. Hue, God sound, the hue sound. Let them blend, gentle ones. Do not see a difference between source and the base chakra. It is all one. The emotional body, gentle ones, merge it with everything, with all the light, all the sound, and have it joyful, joyful, gentle ones. You feel free. You breathe out into the freedom that you are, not the freedom or lack of freedom that you have been led to believe. See this whole exercise of one of freedom, of being greater than you've yet known. Out, out, out. There is no sense of limitation. Gentle ones, no limitation. See great light, 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 light. Light, 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 trigger the light, trigger the light, trigger light, 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 trigger the light, gentle ones, trigger the light, light. And do it lightly, 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 lightly. It's not a heavy process. Light, 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 light. Aha. Bring the light to all those darkened portions of your emotional body now, please. Good. Carry an upright candle to the corners of this room. Light. Light. Know that this is you, that these are not separate parts. These all are you, gentle ones. They do not belong to someone else. They are the collective gestalt. They are the collective I am. The I am that you make up as the God presence, the God presence. I am, gentle ones. And you breathe this new connection, this new understanding. And look at every aspect, from the pyramidal grid to the heart of hearts, the feminine principle of existence, which is so overwhelming now on this little planet. The cosmic heart is a great one for all of us. And a few in this room were fortuitous enough to bring it in. All these aspects of self, gentle hearts, please know that they are you. We're talking about you. There are a great number of facilitators here now. This might be an appropriate time for you to be clear in your realizations, to be clear in what realizations are, that you release patterns that you've carried within your coding, within what was your limited DNA. They're like holograms, are they not? And to cleanse, and to purify, and to become the I am is rather simple, but all the time we seem to be raising patterns, and particularly with this group today, because it's been so powerfully infused within that emotional body. I truly wish that we consider the collective emotional body and release those patterns of limitation, of negative sexuality, of being put upon. And realize you cannot live in the now of your creative abilities if any of these remain. There's not one among you, as wondrous as you are and as wondrous as you've been, that are not affected by these words Brian utters. These patterns that accumulate over millions of years can be done away with, can be brought into light, into a positive energy. All that feeling of guilt, whatever it is, I'm prepared to release now. All the feeling of victimization, of being a victim, and God knows it's chronic in North America. Seems that everyone is a bloody victim. What mirrors are they looking in? No one is a victim. These areas are our own creation, and you don't vanquish them by blaming it on somebody else, on a mother, a father, a dog. We clear them now, gentle hearts. There's no more powerful energy on earth than there is with this group. We raise everything, all the areas that we've hidden under the rocks and refused to look at, and we become lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. The diamond, when you realize the connection that you have made and are making, it'll take a little line, it takes some time to anchor. For the concept is huge, that you and God are one, that the spark is infinite, that no one is judging you. There never was. But these heinous, dreadful religions and prosecution and guilt have been so dreadful for our psyche, for our beings, for our souls, for our freedom. Your primal soul doesn't even know the higher self until recently. It's these groups on earth that are doing this. On the shock with Glenda yesterday was that the oversoul didn't recognize and wasn't comfortable within the terms of what we call a physical body. And all of you will experience this as we recode, as we become something greater than this planet has known. This is why you're here. Don't even ask the question, for we can see it very clearly. Many of your worthiness is almost non-existent, but the fact that you got here is merit enough that you are of the one, and you are the goodly company, and this is the time it will be done, truly on earth as it is in heaven. And our heavens aren't the astral heavens. All these limitations imposed on man have been so restrictive. The emotional body, gentle ones, male and female, we see this as one now. And I want you to look at that, because in truth, it's very difficult. I don't want you to look at the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere any longer. The left hemisphere, meaning the nurturing feminine principle, and the right, the dynamic. It's not valid. It's simply not valid any longer. The resentment that some of you have for male energy must be released. And I ask that we do that now collectively. The centuries, breathe it out, gentle ones, because it's coming up, 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 up. It's really, with all of you, some of you males must remember that you have been female, that you were Lemurian, that you were from Mu, that you have not always been in a male body. And you women have most certainly not always had a feminine structure, feminine emotions. Let it go, gentle ones. All of these hurts and dismays that we blame on partners, if we can realize that we have learned that the mirror is our own, the buck stops here, as Truman said. Nothing to fear but fear itself may be a number of the best words ever spoken. But the minute you harp on any negativity now, it will become your reality. Release it all, for living in the now is the only thing that you can do.